Hello YouTube and welcome to app tutorial series. In this lesson we're going to learn about an app called Radial which is a very simple free app where you can make different patterns. So once you open up the app, you can see that it asks you to draw things over here. So what I can simply do is I can use my finger to tap on the screen and then start scrolling around, and what that does is it starts creating patterns, as you can see. So I'm just scrolling around on the side, and you can see that it creates beautiful patterns just like this. So over here on the top, you can press this icon right here for back. So that actually is undo, and you can press this button right here to redo something. So undo and redo right over here, just like this. So you can just tap it a few times to get different settings right over here. In order to choose different colors, you can go over here on this color wheel right here. And over here at the bottom, you can see that there's a color choice. So if I were to click it right here, you can see that there are different color choices. So let me select something like magenta and press OK right here. And if I were to click and drag it, you can see that magenta color is added. You can go over here, choose another color according to your choice, press OK, click and drag it, and there you go, there's another color. You press it, again click and drag and choose another color, press OK, and there you go, you have another color, as you can see, and everything is beautiful. So let me just press the cross button over here. So if you press the cross button, then everything resets back down. So let me just go over here onto this icon, and over here on the top you see that there are different options that you can play with. So on the top there's the slider right here for the number of duplications. So if you were to really bring it down, there's only one level of duplication. Let me just press OK. Now if you were to draw on the right, it draws on the left, and same goes, if you draw on the left, it draws on the right here. Then we press the cross right over here as well. Let me go to the settings and increase. So let's say this is 6 times. Now if I were to draw somewhere over here, you can see that there's only 6 duplications according to what we actually used. So you can see that everything we draw is actually symmetrical, which is actually very good. But I can also change the settings right over here. So I can go over here, change the number of duplicate items, and you can see that they get changed just like that. So let me just press cross and let's understand what other things does. So this is the number of duplications. So let's just do around 8 right here, and over here after that is the size of the line right here. So you can increase or decrease the size. Let me just choose something like a bright gray color right here so that you can see it more clearly. So if I were to increase this in size, you can see that it makes a much more bolder line. But if I were to decrease the size, you can see that it makes a much more thinner line, just like this. So you can create your variations just like that. So let me just go over here, and you can create bolder line and thinner line, as you can see right here. And over here at the at this side, you can see that you can work around with the noise of that level. So you can see that if you were to scroll this up to the left, there's no noise. If you scroll it right, there's noise. So let's see the difference. So if I were to press cross, if I were to go over here, let me just drag this over, and there's no noise right over here whatsoever. So if I were to drag my finger across, you can see that the line is very straight. But if I were to go over here and increase the noise, you see that there's a bit of a squiggle going on right over here, which gives it a type of a pattern. And if I were to go over here, really increase the squiggle right here, you can see that it is very, very squiggly. So kind of bringing in like a snow effect, just like that. So let me just go over here, cross this out again. So let's see the other options. So let me bring down the squiggliness, and here you can see the symmetry check is actually ticked on. So if I were to draw something over here, it is symmetrical. But if I were to go over here and uncheck this, it is asymmetrical. So if I were to draw it like this, you can see that it draws asymmetrical symbol just like that. So it is not symmetrical, but rather it just copies out, and it is an asymmetrical design. So you can go over here, you can see that this is an asymmetrical design. You go over here and another thing that you have is the smoothness. So let me press the cross button over here again. Right now you can see that it is pointed, and if I were to press OK and draw something out, you can see that wherever I tap, it actually just draws out. But if I were to go over here and turn on the smoothness, what happens is that when I click and drag, a sort of a line appears, and whenever I actually move it, you can see that the line is being dragged across. So this line is much more smoother. It helps the line to be much more smoother, and it will let you avoid pointy curves right over here. So if you were to go over here and turn this off, you can see that you can make pointy curves, but if you were to turn this on, then it actually stops you from making pointy curves right over there. It really helps you to actually make it things much more smoother. You still get pointy curves, but overall it is a much smoother option right over here. So let me just press the cross button right here. So if you want to design something and save it, let me just go over here and change the settings right here. I'm going to increase the size a bit. Maybe I want to have in a bit of a noise, and let us work around with the color. So you can go over here and start drawing things right over here. So you can see that immediately you can get a really beautiful pattern just like this. So just draw it out over here. You got patterns just like that, and you got patterns over here. So just like this, you can simply start making it out and just make out different things just like this. And once you're happy with the pattern that you actually made, so let's say I just want to cross it out. I want to make something else over here. So no squiggly lines and no curve right here. So symmetrical, all symmetrical. Let me just see what I can make. So you can see that I am making a really beautiful pattern right over here just by clicking on a few buttons like this. So you can make a pattern over here, and then I'm gonna make a few patterns over here just like this. This is quick and easy, as you can see, just like that. And once you're ready to save it, you can tap on this top right icon right here. You can save the full image or share it. So you can save it and it gets saved into the gallery. So you can save the full image as well, and it gets saved into the gallery. That I'm accessing my gallery right now through my phone, so I can actually zoom it in, and you can see all the details right over here. It's saved as an image onto my gallery just like that. So that's how you use the Radial app. That's how you use the Radial app to actually design some cool patterns on your way. So hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.